I'd like to talk to you today about deal analysis and valuation tools, and particularly comparable transaction databases. So there's a bunch of these out there that you can subscribe to online or otherwise. But one resource we like to use is bvresources.com, which has a number of databases you can subscribe to, which include comparable transactions of businesses in almost any industry you can think of. So some of these are Pratt Stats, BizComps, FactSet, MergerStat, PitchBook, as well as Capital IQ. So basically, the way these databases work is you can log into one, you can look up transactions by SIC code, by NAISC code. These are basically just standardized industry codes which allow you to search for companies in almost any industry you can think of. You can search by business description as well. Also, state or region or country, by financial metrics like sales or profitability. And they just spit out queries of transactions that have happened over various time periods, which you can select. So here we actually did one recently for a buyer that is looking for logistics companies, specifically package delivery, local delivery, express delivery. And looking at these metrics, I mean, we found 170 transactions which have happened in about the last 15 years or so. And looking at some of the valuation metrics, these are companies that on average in 2016, the average company sold for about 0.86 times sales or 0.49 times profit. And then, that was in 2015, they sold for about 0.92 times sales or 3 times profit. And one thing that was interesting in particular, there was a significant drop-off in transaction volume. So there's about a 30% reduction in overall transactions, which is consistent with what we've seen over the market overall. I mean, there has been, last year was down somewhat from 2015. I think 2014 was kind of the recent high watermark in merger and acquisition activity. Previous to that, it was 2007, of course, right? So right before the subprime crisis, the collapse of Bear Stearns and Lehman, which, valuations were very high in 2006 and 2007, but after the financial crisis, there was a significant drop-off in activity for several years. But in 2013, 2014, 2015 were all pretty good years, and last year as well. But in any case, I mean, these are very useful tools. Precedent transaction databases, like I said, Capital IQ, PitchBook, Pratt Stats, BizComps, that are very helpful for looking up transaction data that can help from a valuation perspective. Also, if you just want to see overall activity, and a lot of these have lots of different data points that you can compare and get a sense of valuation for lots of different types of businesses. So I hope this was helpful to you. Thanks.